A lot of the investment that we're making in turnaround right now is temporary in nature. And there is an expectation, I think, in some ways stated and in some ways not stated, in some ways unstated, that for all this to work, we've got to be investing our resources now in ways that will enable us to operate more cost effectively than we were previously and yet get better results from it.
One conversation I think is really important to start having now before this money expires is how much of this do we really think is about capacity building that's supposed to go away, and how much of it is just about we need to just have a conversation that it costs more to be successful in certain contexts, because I worry that we're going to just find ourselves flat-footed in about a year when something's going to have to give. Either lots of new money is going to come from somewhere else, or this is all just going to fall away in these.
Reality is that the district as a whole really needs to change the way that it does things to support these schools. I mean, that's things like districts having common frameworks and language around what really good teaching and learning really is. Supporting teachers with district-wide teacher evaluation systems where they get feedback on their teaching and learning that they're doing in the classroom. Curriculum and instructional programs district-wide, not a school-wide, district-wide, that you can move from school to school and you still know this is aligned with a common set of standards, and here's a good instructional program that will really improve the teaching in the classroom. Building a pipeline district-wide, if you heard the questions in the last panel, and I'm sure it's been talked about much today, building a pipeline, recruiting and developing teachers and leaders. That's a district level responsibility to do. You cannot do that at the school level.
I want to applaud ERS for changing the frame of the conversation solely from school turnaround to system or district turnaround. But our continuing description of the district as this other dysfunctional thing that is hopeless minimizes our opportunities to create the kind of system that would work. And that's one of the ways in which I see we differ fundamentally from other countries who celebrate their systems at all levels and invest heavily in organizational learning and building communities of practice.
There needs to be work that is happening at the system level to be thinking about and planning how we're going to be able to sustain this and which pieces are going to go away, and holding ourselves accountable for either making it go away because we've accomplished those certain goals, or being clear that this can't go away, and that means we need to change how we think about the additional resources that kids who live in high concentrated poverty need.